Look at
Today
that.
seems like
Hey,
also
I see you.
today's an amazing day in the States. We've got
Will's already drinking. Wait a minute.
Will's already drinking. We got started early today, boys. This is going to be a fun Friday. And that's not coffee Jason's drinking. That's spiked with bourbon, I'm sure.
Okay, well, hold on. I'll be right
good
back.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on.
what's up with today, guys? Like I'm just on CoinGecko and everything's like exploding.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not like we called it or anything, right? It's not like we were telling you guys for the longest time that it's just going to happen.
Yep.
All right. Only I had an AI looking out for me on those things. Oh, wait a minute. I do.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
All right. So we already showed some alcohol. We showed some coffee. We've got some green. But, of course, we got to start with the disclaimer. So we'll see you back in a bit. All right.
So as of right now, BTC is up 7.5%, 24-hour period. ETH is up almost 10%. BNB up 5%.
There we go.
So much for crypto winter, huh?
Yeah, we're done. I think we're done here.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We're done with that. Like we don't need to do that anymore.
Trying to see which ones. I'm trying to see who's winning the race. I guess it's Solana as of now, like 10%.
Oh well. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Really
after the outage,
Solana, given what just happened, I don't know.
After the outage, 10% up. Wow. So we should just have an outage for AI. Then it'll boost our stock price 10%, right?
Yeah.
My token price. I mean,
So
just kidding. We're not going to do that.
Carter, by the way, he's not able to join us today because he's going to be flying. So I was actually hoping for that. I wanted to see him like sitting in a chair and like the flight attendant being like, "Wi-Fi must be off, otherwise we're going to crash the company."
I got a show to do here, people.
Yeah,
fly this damn thing.
The mustache, the hair, just chilling on like Delta, JetBlue, whatever. That would be cool.
The person next to him like tries to get on video. Yeah.
Sir, we need you to sign this waiver.
Yeah.
Are you invested in crypto, sir?
All right.
We'd like to escort you off the plane.
Yeah.
Guys, today's plan. What do we got? We want to talk about...
It's party time. We're talking uplink, right? A little bit more uplink. We got some next level stuff. Come on. We're rocking.
What I'm more curious to know about, and I already see some chit chatter about it, is we're talking something... Well, uplink is good. We want to talk about the long-term vision here, right? So people have to understand there's a reason why we're building this solid foundation moving forward.
Yeah.
But what's the layer 2? I mean, I don't even know about this. But usually a layer 2 means that, I mean, it's above another layer.
Yeah, so it's like a tiramisu, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Crypto tiramisu.
We're doing some cooking in the kitchen, guys. Come on.
I mean, as far as I know, BNB, I mean, AI is on BNB, but I'm not aware of any layer 2 solutions for BNB.
So the big picture community is this, right? So what we've done is we've created an end-to-end on-ramp. You start with fiat, you convert in, and then you go right into portfolios, right? So it's a great place for new crypto adopters to get started. And let's face it, I mean, last year we blew past 200 million, went to 300 million crypto adopters, right? This year we'll go to 400 million safely. 500 stretch goal, probably will make it, right? And so getting those new users onboarded in a fast, seamless way is important. And so what we did was we built this thing on BSC to PancakeSwap. Well, now that we've built the foundation, the framework, now that we're about to put it into production live, and by the way, it's looking really good, and Will's about to show you a demo. Once we've got that, we can simply repeat the same framework for Ethereum or other blockchains, right? So we'll talk a little bit about that and some of the unique challenges around Ethereum as well.
So, not to cut you guys off, but Paul is also waiting. We're going to bring him in.
Oh, cool.
So Paul's here.
Right.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Paul? Good to see you.
Welcome.
Good to see you as well. Thank you.
We're going to have you on the next segment too, Market Talk. So you're going to
Yes. Sorry, I'm a little early, I guess.
It's all good.
Depends how you spin it. Like you either early for the next show or you're a little.
I'm early for next week's show. It's all good.
Yeah.
You know. Great to have you.
Thank you.
So I guess on that note, you know, Will, can we show the community what uplink looks like? I mean, community council's been testing it.
I feel like we had a little.
I'd love to see it
last week where it was just down for coincidentally at the same time. So let's demo it. Let's continue where we left off.
Great, I'd love to see it. I'm excited to use it. As if I haven't been testing it.
Window.
Make sure we don't have any other naughty windows in the back end.
Midget porn window. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that is beyond
the wildest crypto show on the internet right here, folks.
All right, nice.
All right. So this is the real uplink. But granted, this is our staging environment, so I'm not going to like actually buy real crypto today, but maybe next week I will, like for actual real. So this is how it's going to work. Let's say you want to buy $1,000, automatically shows you how much BNB you're going to get.
Oh, wait. Can I say something real quick?
No.
Yeah, please.
Yes, I have to say something real quick.
Yeah.
I like what I see on the bottom right-hand side. That's all I'm going to say. Those are tuning in live. Bottom right. Check that out.
The help button?
No. Visa, Discover, Amex, Apple Pay.
For lots of different methods of payment, including Apple and Google Pay, which it will determine it on the fly what device, which one you can do on the device that you're on. That makes sense.
Just on that, I mean, if you guys present, yesterday, something happened yesterday, but even by seeing this, if we were in 2017, it's just funny thinking back at that time frame, this itself would have been like all you needed for marketing. Just to see that, like,
pretty much
Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever, like you're off, like that's it.
You're off and running.
I remember when I got into crypto, like I had to do a wire transfer. That was the only way you could do it.
Yeah.
You could convert. Yeah. Yeah, it was a pain. And then even beyond that, it took like a week, if I recall. Like I wired the money to, I think it was Kraken at the time. And then it took a week to clear it.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there waiting, like, oh, maybe I've been scammed. And like I really had like a lot of doubts. I remember at that time.
Now imagine your mom or your sister, your brother, whatever, who's just not nearly as technical trying to navigate that. Come on. Like.
So you'll notice here that it's currently not available to US, China, and South Africa. We're actually working on the proper licensing for these right now. So this is coming in soon.
Yeah, it'll be coming in hot and fast.
All right, so let's check it out. Go here. Let's do this. Now from here, you have two options. You can go straight to MetaMask, which is cool. If all you want to use this as an on-ramp, you could totally do that. You click use MetaMask, auto connects it, sends it straight to your wallet in MetaMask. You're good to go. Simple.
You don't even have
Easy
to set up
squeezy,
BSV on MetaMask. It'll do it for you.
The point that is more interesting to me is you want to take this money and have it automatically managed as a portfolio. So let's go through this flow, because I think that personally is probably the coolest thing about this, because if you think about what people want to do after they buy crypto is they want to invest it and trade it. Like that's the whole point, right? So of course we support this on-ramp because we got this for basically for free by making this product. But the main thing I want to show you guys is the fact that you can go straight into a portfolio.
For me, I'm so bullish on the fact that you're able to implement this just for the credit card usage, and then Apple Pay, Google Pay. That's just instant integration, and we're talking about onboarding here. In the Flourishing Capital group yesterday, I also just made notes. Kind of ironic to even think about current projects on BNB that have communities that are saying, when marketing and all this kind of stuff, when in the end they are limited and stuck on BNB. So think about all the marketing efforts that these teams are doing and paying for, and then a certain percent of that, guaranteed a certain percent, just can't get the token because they don't know how to do it.
It's a major problem.
Exactly.
Similar on Ethereum layer 2, it's also a major problem how you get on it. But, we've solved the BNB part here. Credit card, straight to BNB, straight to a portfolio. Like, cut down all of the barriers, all of them.
See how easy that was? I mean, like, come on.
I just did it. I'm done. This transaction is done. And I'll go straight into the dashboard from here. And then you log in, and then it's, as everybody's used to, you go in straight into the portfolio management, but your wallet will show up and it's got money in it right out the gate and it's starting to trade it.
That's crazy. So yeah, as Maverick had just mentioned, if you want to get into BNB right now, you're most likely going to a centralized exchange. You're creating your account. You're doing KYC anyway. You're buying it with ACH or a credit card. And then from my experience, they actually require you to leave those funds on their exchange for like 24 or 48 hours. Then you have to go to a bridge, right? Or, most likely a bridge. And then you get your BNB. But think about all the gas fees and all that along the way, especially if you start out with Ethereum from the start. Then you're getting slammed with fees.
God forbid you type the wrong address in, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice that I didn't once have to type any address in here? Do you realize how a big deal that is? How much money gets lost every day from people putting the wrong address in?
Yeah.
Well, that's also, so you're just talking about onboarding people. Imagine someone saying, okay, I'm going to get into this crypto space, $1,000, and they do put in the wrong address. And now, their first instance in the crypto space is just tarnished, is done. They're never going to go back into it.
They're immediately burned. Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally burned. Yeah.
Or they do the opposite, right? They get it all, or the next step where they get it all in, right? I've got my wallet, and then they lose their phone. They didn't actually record their private key, and now all of a sudden it's all gone.
Yeah,
right?
Just can't access.
You're protected from that.
Plus, we have used, I think, almost every existing on-ramp into crypto as a way of exploring what other people are doing in this space. And I'm pretty confident in saying that this is going to be the cheapest way to even on-ramp money into crypto in general.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that most of these places are charging like 9 to 12% if you take all the fees, like from start to finish into account. So we're way below that,
You guys, I didn't actually think about this part, but in the chat, I didn't think about that, though.
You like the cash back?
Points too, I guess. Yeah.
Does that apply? Because what category do you have the ability to decide what category uplink falls into? So like for Amex,
it depends on your credit
it's not going to be a restaurant, right?
It depends on the credit card, right? So the credit card is going to set the parameters. If they give you cash back on all purchases, they can't stop you from getting cash back on this,
Yeah.
This is a purchase.
That's good. Okay, interesting. So
Not
it's like
bad,
double,
huh?
you get some good points, rack them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can double it up, right? You make money, and then you make money on the other side too. It's
beautiful.
Great deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, the thing that Will mentioned that's most important is, certification. One, we've created just this incredibly simple on-ramp, but more importantly, it brings you into the Flourishing AI ecosystem, and it puts you there in a safe, easy, quick way. And then once you're there, all you have to do is just let it run, and Fate will do the trading for you. And this lays the foundation for this bigger ecosystem that we're building, and that Eric was alluding to at the top of the show, which is this, we begin to really lay that foundation and build those add-on sort of offers and
come on, give us the material. You're holding
I'm
back
trying
on
so hard not to.
I know.
I can actually I've got all the logos in my head. I've seen it. It's all on a page right now. I could literally show you the page right now as to where we're going. I mean, there's a bunch of really good stuff coming.
Okay. All right. What's this talk about layer 2? What's that about? Or are we just putting that out there?
Well, let's talk about that. So what makes, as my earpiece drops, what makes uplink and, pancake swap work is, fast transactions, low fees, right? Will alluded to it, and I think Jason did as well, where, you don't have to wait 24 hours to get your crypto, 48 hours to, get your crypto. You don't have to pay 12%, right? And you can put it to work very, very quickly. But here's the rub. Ethereum isn't that fast and the gas fees are high. So what do we do about it, right? If we're going to follow the same model into the Ethereum blockchain, and to be clear, we want to, the problem is that then you have, a situation where it just doesn't work, right? Every time Fate wants to trade, you can't go into 20% gas fees. It just doesn't compute. So a bit of a problem, right? So what do we do, right? Well, the answer is that we
throw our hands up and be like, oh, well, I guess it's a problem.
Yeah,
walk
away from the computer.
Just
walk away.
We'll
walk away from crypto.
solving
We're not going to do
problems.
anything about it. Just, there's nothing we can do.
Will does not like solving problems. I mean, I can
Clearly.
I'll tell you, he hates building stuff. He hates making things easier. It's just kind of sad, but we try and keep him inspired.
We put up with him somehow.
I know, yeah.
Well, somebody did type Matic.
I know. I love the chat. It's like immediately Matic.
I love it. It's immediate feedback. So let's talk about it, right? So there's optimistic. There's Arbitrum. There's I believe Matic, right? So there's lots of different ways to scale Ethereum. And all of this, may be completely academic if Ethereum 2.0 really just speeds things up and allows us to do some of the things that we do with uplink. But so that's the question, community, is, what layer 2 have you used? We're honest. We're looking for honest feedback, and we're paying attention to everything you guys are writing. So where should we go with this? And in addition to supporting the ETH blockchain, later on down the line, doing the same thing we did for PancakeSwap, but for Uniswap, right? Being able to do this on ETH blockchain. What's the next blockchain after that, right? So these are all things that we want to open up a discussion with you, the community. We want to hear what you think and what you'd like to see. Because ultimately, this is about supporting volume. Everything that Fate does is based on creating an active portfolio that jumps in and out of trades and really is opportunistic and protects you during sort of down markets. And so there's a lot of activity going on. So having a lot of volume is going to be important. Now, we can always pull up, volume by blockchain, sure, but we want to hear what you have to say as well.
Well, what about, I'm looking at I just logged into the Flourishing Capital, so the dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
I select exchange.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if that's considered, what's it called? Like a hidden thing? I forgot what it's called in the gaming space.
Easter egg.
It's called an Easter egg.
Oh, yeah, I made so many Easter
soon for
eggs
two
out in
things.
the gaming space.
Yeah, we've got lots of little Easter eggs that we actually will be putting out there. I mean, even on uplink,
there's more coming to that menu.
Yeah,
some of the Easter eggs I made in the game industry are still yet to be discovered, which is the funny part.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
What I'm curious to know is, so uplink, I mean, the focus behind that is changing Binance Smart Chain, right? So to access BNB. But in the event AI does become available on other blockchains, would uplink also provide like a bridge type component, or?
You'll go straight to it, right?
Okay.
One of the things that we want to do is take down as many barriers as possible. We don't want somebody to have any part where they can get jumbled up, trying to like cross a bridge, get over this, and then to do this to, blah, 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 blah. You know how it works now, right? So if we support something, we're going to be able to on-ramp straight into that. Like if it's Matic or a layer 2 Ethereum or whatever we choose, right? You're going to go straight into that, and you're going to have to like convert it in multiple steps, and we're going to wipe all those barriers away.
Okay. So, well, I guess then when buying, so that drop-down menu, it would say like, I mean, BNB is BNB, but then if you have AI available, it'd say AI on BSC, AI on ERC20, right? So it'll tell you which one you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And when we bring
Exactly.
AI to other chains, we're going to have bridging. I mean, we don't want to like create an isolated different pool on it.
For
It
sure.
doesn't make any sense.
Right.
We're going to build it. So.
Yeah.
I want to bring up one more thing. Speaking of uplink, that I forgot to go over while we're on this page, but I feel like it's super important. Let me share this screen again. Did you notice this? This transaction will burn $10 worth of AI. Every time somebody on-ramps money into crypto through this, is going to be buying and burning AI. That's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal. When people ask us about what the utility of AI is, right, and how it becomes deflationary, right, this is one of the things we're doing.
Telephone.
I got it.
On that. So, hey, let's put that back up. I actually had, curious about this part. So, uplink, right? We're just talking about basic onboarding. So, if I just tell colleagues, coworkers, friends, family, check this out, get into BNB, other blockchains once they're available, when they see this thing saying that something's being burned, right? So right off the bat, like we're in this space, but they might be like I don't want to be burning anything, right? They might think that's like a negative thing. Does that make sense? So maybe have something there that says like congrats, like you're helping the ecosystem or something. You know what I mean? Like imagine using your credit card and then all of a sudden it's like you're burning something. All of a sudden they're like, oh shit!
Whoa, yeah. No, it's a good point. We hadn't considered that, or at least I didn't. But that's a good point.
We are in this space. If you took your average person, brought them in, they'd be like, I don't know if that's a good thing.
What?
Yeah. So something saying congrats. You know, some AI is being put out of distribution, different wording, like a cool picture or something.
Yeah, we can play with how we message that to where it appeals to both the lingo that people are used to in crypto, but also normal.
Doesn't scare away newbies.
I have like so many ideas popping off in my head. Is there a way that if I was bear with me, if I was to do a transaction,
go for it.
If I was to do a transaction, right? It then knows if I'm going into a portfolio or where I'm sending that BNB to, so my wallet. Could we theoretically build out a leader list, you know, like in games, right? Like a gamification aspect where it shows the top leading wallets or the top burners in a way. And then you could have competitions to see who has burned the most BNB, or AI tokens.
AI.
Oh, so you're asking about how this works?
Well, we would be able to track to see which accounts basically are burning the most AI.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have a special wallet that we're going to call a destroyer wallet. And so what will happen is any funds sent to that wallet are going to be used to buy and burn AI. Any AI sent to that wallet will be burned. So when this transaction happens on the back end, this money is being sent to that special wallet, and it's just processing it.
Okay.
And to answer your question, Jason, yes, we are able to track all the different transactions, and we'll be able to tell exactly who's spent what to some extent. It's hard to get sort of, a running count for an individual, because I might use, if take me, for example, I might load up 3 different wallets separately. So then you go into the KYC and tracking that individual user, and I might be using separate accounts even just because I'm paranoid or something like that. And so, making sure we track that. We'll be doing things like reporting out largest individual transactions on the day kind of thing. One of the things you'll see is this is, literally we're coming to market with a, what is a minimum viable product effectively, right? We're putting it out there as quickly as we can, but it's really just the base of what we're building here. And as we iterate and do newer versions and updated versions and add functionality and add new tokens and add new abilities, you'll see that we'll start to populate some of the stuff beneath that will sit below this actual transaction window that, kind of constitute the rest of the site, where we'll be able to have leaderboards and stuff like that. But for the time being, the goal is very much get this out, put it into the wild, let the public use it, let the consumers and our customers use it, and start this promotion and marketing beast that we're going to be rolling out. And then we can begin to do the versioning where we can do some really neat and interesting things. Ultimately, just to give it away, once you have an account, you'll be inside the dashboard doing your transactions. You won't even be on this front window, right? So there's a lot of goodness that we're going to be bringing to bear for users.
Just tell us.
And it's,
tell
yeah.
us. You're holding back too much right now.
Well, if I tell you too much, then, people get kind of bored, or they think they're going to have something today that's not going to be here till tomorrow. So we don't want to get you too excited. We want to give you the vision, but we don't want you to wait for the next great thing, because frankly, this is about as good as it gets at the moment. So
I'm gonna interject and just say that BTC just passed 40,000. My phone's like blowing up right now, as if like that was like the big goal, I guess, for us to see.
Well, I have been saying, like, accumulate as much as you can. Like, when we get near this log support trend line, it doesn't stay there. How many times did I say that? Like,
Well,
50 times in the past month?
We'll continue that in the market talk, which is the next segment. So that's going to be an interesting show with all this green. I like that.
That might be a good segue, in fact.
You want to end the show already? It's only 26 minutes.
Yeah, Jason won't know what to do with himself. He's like, holy crap, we didn't go an hour and 15. What are you doing?
I don't know what to do.
So one thing I guess I can add into this also, and just to get your opinions on this, since we are live and I could put some pressure onto you with that. We're talking about portfolios, right? So Fate managing the portfolios. And as of now, Fate is basically, she's doing her own thing, right? So she has her own algorithm to go through the thousands of different projects that are available, right? In the future, since we're talking long-term or the vision, perhaps we can see Fate controlling basically like curated portfolios. So meaning when you're on uplink for a new user, it might say, okay, choose a specific portfolio that you might, or a specific niche that you might like to get invested in. So for example, you'll have a drop down with BNB for now, but perhaps there's another drop down or option that says get involved with metaverse tokens. Yeah. Get involved with meme tokens, right? So then those are portfolios that Fate is still managing, but then constricted to those specific tags, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump in here and just stop you before you hurt yourself. So the answer is yes. Okay. So something to think about. Like, you look at what other competitors are starting to do in the space and coming into the space, and what they're doing are these sort of static portfolios, right? Where it is a themed portfolio, but it's managed by a person who's sort of making decisions, and it's based on percentages of different tokens that are held within that particular portfolio. So that's the easy solution, right? That's something, frankly, that we didn't need to build an AI to do, right? It's a very straightforward process to come in, bring somebody in to make educated decisions about what thematic tokens you're focused on. There is no barrier to entry for us to do that. We can do that today if we wanted to spend the time doing that today. We've got more important things to build at the moment, but certainly we will be coming to that and offering exactly what you're talking about, themed portfolios that are not static portfolios, but that are actively managed, as you're suggesting, and exactly as you're saying it, by Fate. And that right there is a differentiator between what we'll be able to do with those thematic portfolios for potential or existing competitors in the space may or may not be doing, right? So we tackled the hard stuff first is the best way to say it.
Exactly. So, and that allows you to do some interesting things. So as an example, take 100% of your portfolio. If you're a huge believer in metaverse, well, then take 50% of your portfolio and apply it to Fate, which is an active trader, and then 50% of your portfolio to a metaverse portfolio specifically, And so it allows you to sort of customize your investment goals, right? If you're super bullish in metaverse, if you're super bullish into DeFi, if you're feeling like the market is a little bit wobbly right now and you want to go with sort of blue chips, so to speak, you can do that as well. So that's some of our thinking right now around being able to customize both sort of this opportunistic active trader and then also go with sort of themed investments and then derive your portfolio percentages from that. So just a thought.
Definitely don't offer a stable coin portfolio.
Well,
going up.
Well, it's funny because one of those active portfolios can just be Fate, arbitraging it to Tether itself, right?
Yeah.
It's 99 buy hits 1.01 sell. I mean, you can pull in single digits every month, returns with zero risk, essentially.
Yeah, Fate does that already, right?
Yeah.
When there's nothing else to do, Fate will do exactly that.
I mean, for those of you in Tether on Fate right now, that's what she's doing.
I'm actually just looking at CoinGecko, the different categories. We had mentioned this during a live during a live market talk segment, but it's interesting to see how many different categories there are. There's a lot.
Tons.
Yeah. Look at these. I guess just basic smart contracts, but this is the big one for you guys, right? Binance Smart Chain ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
And to see the actual 24-hour market increase. But so for those that are watching, just CoinGecko, but it's funny that meme tokens, I feel like people are slowly getting away from those.
Yeah.
Which is good. If Fate sees those, she sees what to stay away from, right?
Right.
That's actually kind of a good thing to see.
Well, go back and take a look at Google Analytics search trends for Shiba Inu, right? Down 90% from its high.
Yeah.
90%. Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood those.
Yeah.
Right.
Just garbage.
All
I
right,
do
guys.
like the chat suggesting that we do a Venmo style prior user kind of thing. That's kind of cool.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, I'm liking that one.
You do that now.
Well, so that's kind of like so when people are using uplink, it shows like recent transactions. I mean, you're seeing all the different transactions anyway.
Yeah.
So you could see who's getting where the BNB is going. But then once you start introducing other projects, then you see that kind of change. It's kind of cool. So it's dynamic information. It's not always the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
I like the gamification
neat
aspect.
idea.
Once you introduce something like
Fun.
that, there's like a competitive edge, and people want to get more involved.
Well, a lot of the stuff that when I was in billing previously is around when you're a new startup offering a billing solution. A lot of it is about trust. So a lot of the stuff that we're building into this are things that would increase trust on behalf of potential customers that our system is working solid, these types of things. So
it's not going to disappear. It's not going to get pulled away.
Exactly.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, we are at the 30-minute mark. We
Woo, look at that.
have the market talk I scheduled it for 11:45, but we could jump into that early. I kind of sense that I could keep pushing you guys, but I feel like you also don't want to provide too much information, at least at like this stage.
Well, let's say as part of our communications push and marketing that we'll be doing, we will begin actually socializing a more formal roadmap. So, community, that's coming, just for you guys.
It's time.
Oh, the other thing too, we should mention this, is that the fee structure for using Fate is ironed out.
Okay.
So prior to now, we had a lot of people using Fate for free on Telegram, and the billing structure was just kind of all over the place, So we've consolidated it all, fixed it all up. The new billing structure is on the website. It will also fuel the deflationary aspect of AI, because part of that is also going to buy and burn AI too. So we have two sources independently making AI deflationary. So that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a very big deal.
It's always been our vision to have the AI token open up this wide world of services that we offer, right? And that's going to start to happen in earnest. And it's not going to happen in earnest like in some far distant future. It's going to happen February 11th is when it kicks in. So just make sure that you are subbed. If you already have your 10,000 AI, great, you're there. We're no longer accepting new entrants on the just hold. So if you've got 10,000 AI, you're accessing Flourishing AI. Hold on to that. Like, don't let it go.
You have until
once you're out, you're out.
To do that.
It was a special early adopter, option, and unfortunately, we have passed the mark where we can offer that. But but again, those of you holding the AI token, I mean, you're going to start to see a lot more demand because of access to these services. All of it tied into the AI token. That's the linchpin of everything.
Okay. I had something but forgot it. But
because you started drinking before the show.
That's what it is.
What was it?
That's what you get for drinking coffee.
Yeah.
During the show. I'm kidding.
All right. So we're gonna head into this market segment. Let's get into the market talk.
Let's do it.
Paul, we got to get you on there.
Absolutely.
He's waiting. He's just sitting in the background.
Paul,
what's going on today?
Can you guys
Sea of Green.
All right. No, so Sea of Green. So today I think was.
Are we? Wait, hold on a second. Are we cutting this and then doing
we're
this
going
segment?
to a new one. We got another one for that. We got a new show.
Okay, yeah. So let's cut this
give him the link.
and this one, and then there'll be a new. We'll start the new segment with the market talk in a second.
Live production.
So I'm being careful on the questions I'm going to start asking you next time. So you guys better be ready for that. Oh, okay. I remember what I was going to say. I'm going to end it on this. I remember now. Cannonball. So this is up to you. Yo, if this is the time when everything is looking green, if this ETF grayscale thing gets approved, which we could talk about in the next show, right? If this is the start of this next run, and if you guys have the marketing material ready, I know we keep saying just 1%, 1%, but with a strong push and more people getting involved, that 1% is going a lot more than what's expected. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
but you guys are ready
absolutely. For that. And just to put it in perspective, 1% represents a 5-figure number, right, for us. So conversion is key. We feel like we've built the best, fly trap on the planet. Let's go. We got this. It's going to be fun.
All right, let's get it. I mean, I'm excited, man. If this keeps going into next week, I'm going to keep asking them, when's marketing? When's marketing? That's it.
Uplink goes live. It all starts.
All right, we're going to end it on that.
The pumps are primed. The pumps are primed. I just need it live. Give it to me live, boys.
We're done.
Let's go.
All right. I'll see you guys next week to talk about uplink, all the other good stuff. I'm going to dig more into this layer 2 thing. That means there has to be another layer below it. So see you guys next week. Thank you for joining. Let's get into the market talk segment. Paul will give you the link for that in the group. So we'll see you there.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Got you there, guys. Thanks, community.